Underground exploration at Aurora Gold Mines showing positive signs. It's Wednesday, August 28th. We have lots to tell you today. Guyana Goldfields Incorporated, owner of Aurora Gold Mines, has begun what is being described as successful underground explorations at its northwest Mazaruni location. This follows clearance it received from both the Environmental Protection Agency and the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission.
Following a tour of the mine early on Tuesday, Perry Holloway, Senior Vice President, Strategy and Corporate Affairs, told InfoHub that the EPA's clearance gives the company up to 2,500 meters of underground exploration, plus test mining for 300,000 tons of ore.
We've gone down a couple of hundred meters, I think 300 or 400 meters, a little over 400 meters right now. Everything so far is looking great. In other words, the rocks are cool. Some people thought they'd be hot. There's very little water. Some people thought there'd be a lot of water since we're close to the Cooney River. None of that is true. The conditions are coming out better.
Holloway says side drilling will begin soon to determine where and how much gold there is. Meantime, Minister of Natural Resources Rafael Trotman says he is happy with the current progress reports from the company. The minister had previously visited the camp with a South African delegation back in March this year before exploration began.
This is historic for Guyana. We've had underground mining in Ghana before. I'm not saying that this is the first, but certainly it's the only company doing it right now.
Minister Trotman says he is satisfied that AGM secured the required clearance needed for exploration.
And I'm happy to see that issues and some challenges, GGMC, EPA, have been resolved, and so the company has been able to start the exploratory aspect of the digging, and hopefully as things progress, a full mining permit will be given both by GGMC of course, and permission will be given by EPA.
Aurora Gold Mines is one of the largest gold mines in Ghana and the world, with an estimated reserve of 6.54 million ounces of gold. Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
More effort is being placed on educating the public with regards to the oil and gas sector. Director of the Department of Energy, Dr. Mark Bino, says this is necessary as the country prepares for first oil in 2020.
Dr. Bino says it is part of the effort to build people to change their attitudes to what is coming. The fact that oil is offshore, he says, makes it difficult for the average Guyanese to conceptualize what this means for the country.
In terms of our own messaging and packaging, we have to be conscious of the fact that it has to be packaged in a manner that will meet different audiences. The way we speak maybe with technocrats will not be the same way we wish to speak with our young people in terms of their own aspirations and what they see the new Guyana looking like. And it is all about tailoring the messages so that rather than just speaking about public awareness, we need to be speaking more about public education.
The need to ramp up the messaging as to what the new sector means for all Guyanese is recognized and on the way, he explained.
The department has been engaging in more stakeholder-type consultations. You see us now on TV. We have videos, radio programs. We have sought to engage with young people through internships. We have a Facebook presence. We're now building out our website. The reality is we're having to treat with historical contracts, even as we build out a framework for the management of the sector.
The Department of Energy's mandate is to manage the energy resources of Guyana whilst optimizing value. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
Several communities in the Mahai-Kaburbis region are currently undergoing millions of dollars worth of fundamental infrastructural works.
The projects being carried out by the Ministry of Communities include construction of bus sheds and bridges, installation of streetlights and ground enhancements. The communities include Bel-Air, Lovely Lass, Unverwacht and Golden Grove. Vice Chairman of the Union Narsihad Neighborhood Democratic Council, Vince Roy Jordan, said the ground enhancement of the playground cost approximately $8 million. This includes the construction of a new fence, bleachers, 2 sanitary facilities, leveling of the field and the installation of 6 floodlights.
The ground will benefit people from Lovely Lass, Golden Grove, Unverwacht, and presently people come as far as 28 to play at this ground in the afternoons. They presently engage in football, which is a big sport in this area.
He also highlighted that 2 bus sheds will be constructed at a cost of $700,000 each at Unverwacht and Golden Grove. Over at Bel Air, another bus shed will also be built. This community will receive streetlights following a direct request by the residents. Councillor of the NDC, Caroline Williamson, explained that persons involved in farming in the area have been losing livestock at nights as a result of theft. It was highlighted that this may be a result of the scarcity of streetlights in the community. This will be done to the tune of $1.7 million. The residents will also benefit from the construction of a bridge in the community that will provide safe access to students of the Sapodilla Nursery and primary schools. The current bridge, which is in a dilapidated state for over 10 years, will be reconstructed at a cost of $1.5 million. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
Minister of State, the Honorable Don Hastings Williams, delivered much-needed supplies to residents in the Region 10 communities who were affected by a recent storm. On Tuesday, the Minister of State, along with Director General of the Civil Defense Commission, Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, traveled to several communities in the Upper Demerara, Upper Berbice region, where she handed over building and cleaning supplies to residents who were severely affected by a freak storm last week.
As a caring government, we always respond to calls that we receive from our citizens, irrespective of where they live.
The communities that were most affected were West Watuka, Mackenzie Central, Blueberry Hills Squatting Area, Silver City, Silvertown, 1 Mile, and Victor Valley. Region 10 Regional Chairman Rennis Morian thanked the team for assisting the affected residents.
The thing is, based on what has happened, we would have shared with the government the needs of the people, and these things had to be purchased, so we're happy for that.
On Sunday, the Civil Defense Commission noted that due to intense rainfall across Region 10 from August 23 to 24, flash floods occurred across the town, with Mackenzie and other areas experiencing brief water accumulation. The strong winds resulted in damage to roofs and infrastructure of both businesses and homes. Citizens have commended the significant drop in crime rate under the coalition government. We spoke with several persons who also recommended more patrolling of communities.
They've been giving us so much support. We've had a meeting, I can't remember when it was, I think it was 2 Saturdays back, and the support that we've been promised from them, and the fact that they're building, that they almost completed the police station, and the fact that they're saying that it's going to be staffed, I feel more comfortable. I feel that they've been solving a lot more crimes, they've been listening to the citizens more, and I must compliment them.
That was Diana Barry, a teacher at School of the Nations and resident of La Parfaite Harmony. The Finance Ministry's mid-year report has recorded a 3.2% drop in serious crimes. A few citizens shared their thoughts on this advantageous statistic.
Like a month ago, my mom got robbed. But luckily, the police, they sent out they were doing surveillances, so they ended up catching 4 guys out of 6, which was really good. So I think they have made a major improvement in the way they do things now than they did before.
The implementation of the Smart City Solutions surveillance cameras came in for high praise, and residents chipped in their recommendation for more patrolling.
It's a plus for Guyana, because with so many tourists and ExxonMobil employees coming into our country, I feel the citizens feeling secure are now in a better place to say it to people coming in, especially their family who may want to return home, that here, this is the place to be.
I would give them a 10 out of 10 because I think they're doing really good, and I guess that everything is improving a lot. I just think that they should patrol more.
The safer country, they're more that people have confidence in. You know, if you, wherever you do and you hear this place is crime infested, you hesitate to want to visit. So it's good, it's good.
One resident provided words of advice on the media sensationalizing crime.
They should be a bit more responsible, but they shouldn't blow things out of proportion, and it actually is.
Under the previous administration in 2011, serious crimes committed numbered 3,823. In 2012, there were 3,760, and in 2013, recording the highest with 4,204. However, in 2018, the Public Security Minister stated that the number of serious crimes committed was 2,681. Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
Still to come, 100 Region 4 students equipped for new school term, and a warrant out to sweep the men and women's football titles at the South Pakurama Games. Details of these after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
"100 students from Region 4 are now ready to return to school following a back-to-school drive held at the B.V. Kwamina Primary School on Tuesday.
Fueling the drive was the importance of school attendance and its relation to improved performance outcomes. The students were outfitted with backpacks, lunch kits, books and other stationery, and clothing. Regional Vice Chair Earl Lambert underscored the importance of school attendance.
It is important that you have no excuse when it comes to your education. Education is very important, not only to yourself, but to the nation.
Free dental and medical checkups were also offered, while another station was set up to provide haircuts and other general grooming of students. Education Officer Shamlin Batson Andrews explained that the Department of Education's aim is to ensure students are well equipped for schools reopening.
Without an education, our children would not be able to contribute meaningfully to themselves and, moreover, to national development. And because the region sees the need and knows the importance of education,
the back-to-school drive was a collaboration of the Department of Education Region 4 and the Regional Democratic Council and targeted nursery, primary, and secondary school-aged children. The almost 1,000 nursery, primary, and secondary schools nationwide are on track for opening Monday, September 2, 2019. Natisha Isaacs for InfoHub.
Hundreds traveled to Shea Village for the 2019 South Pakurama's August Games that saw Awarano sweeping the men and women's football titles. InfoHub got a glimpse of the final day's action.
Within the first half of the men's finals, Awarano swiftly scored 3 goals that catapulted them to a strong lead over Charlton, which eventually cemented their 6-0 victory.
We are all happy today because we make up our mind, because last year we didn't get the league, they beat us, they put us out before. So we said this year is our time, our chance. So we make up our mind, and that's how we get the victory, and so everybody is so happy.
As fate would have it, the women's team was also victorious over their counterparts. With 17 years of experience, their captain led them to a comfortable 2-1 victory, this being their 3rd consecutive championship win.
Most people are supporting us. They're very happy to see that we win again.
Among the many vendors out here is Guyana's very own Captain Jack Sparrow, who tells us a bit about what he has on display and how business is actually going.
Business has been going really good. This is my 2nd day here. These are all made locally. These are cow horns, and these are the beads that you find here in the south. Rupununi.
Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Honorable Sidney Allicock crowned off the day's activities last Saturday.
We as a ministry, the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs and the government have been supporting. We would like to continue to support as long as you find it necessary to ask us for that support.
Cycling, cotton spinning, archery, basket weaving, and pepper pot drinking were some of the other competitions held during the week-long annual games. Aishalton will host next year's August Games.
Reported from Shia in the South Rupanuni with videographer Kenny Ann Backus, Shaquille Bourne, for InfoHub.
Before we wrap up, here's your GCOM tip for today. Remember, there are 4 more days for the house-to-house registration. To know when the registration team will be in your community, call telephone numbers 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Remember to get registered. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.